106 Giant Hand. This is actually is a nice surprise to pull on your opponent with this deck, and just use its effect just to help when you need it. So you can run everywhere you want in your decks. Remember that. It's just this is a card that loves to surprise people on this. And then one Druid Magician. Druid Magician is a nice rank 4. Takes 2 spellcasters, and on the turn after you summon it, you can activate its effect, and you can do some crazy stuff with this to your opponent. Of course, one Iban High Magician. I only run one, but he does have a nice effect that allows me to play traps from the hand if he's on the field and stuff. So he's good, and he's a great defensive monster. And then of course 2 Iban Illusion Magicians. I would run 3, but 2 is actually working pretty well, and he actually is nice because he can summon out a normal monster for you. And so you do for another Dark Magician. And if you attack with that Dark Magician, he gives that monster the ability to remove a monster from play. And it's especially nice once you attack with that normal monster, you take out, if your opponent only has one monster in the field and you remove it, your Dark Magician can then replay its attack and go direct attack, and then you can attack directly with him. And then my last lineup monster is number 11, Big Eye. Big Eye is a spellcaster monster, which is pretty nice. Takes 2 level 7s, and you can ditch one material off this card to take over one of your opponent's monsters. And unfortunately, he won't be able to attack the turn he activates his effect, but the other monster will. So, which is actually very, very awesome. So, that's the extra deck. Now, I do have a side deck, and in this deck, I run one Dark Paladin, just because I know some people still play dragons, and he also has the ability to negate effects. One Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. I do have an Eye of Timaeus in here, you'll see, because that's what helps out playing with this. Dark Magician Girl has ability that helps you pop monsters. And then, of course, one Amulet Dragon, just because why not remove stars from that, overpower your opponent. One Dark Magician of Chaos, just because he can be summoned in this deck actually pretty well. And he actually can help get a spell card back from the graveyard so you can replay it again. One more Dark Magician Girl, just in case I feel like I need to run an extra one in the deck. So it's just really good. One Mind Control. So I could play both this and Brain Control and Mind Control in the deck, which is actually a pretty good combo. You can go into like a Succeed or use it to Synchros with and stuff like that. One more Dark Magical Veil, just because I have to. One Dark Magic Attack, just because that helps clear his back row. Here's Eye of Timaeus. Eye of Timaeus is pretty good because it can help you confuse into any monster that involves Dark Magician, because it counts as because it's a Swamp King in itself, so it acts as the other material and a polymerization for you, which is really nice. One Lullaby of Obedience, which is actually pretty good if you're playing against an opponent, you know how their deck works. You can actually get a card to their hand or take it. It's really good. I've actually done this a few times too with my friend Brandon. One Polymerization. The reason I have another fusion monster I do have that I run with this, but it's in another deck that's being used, but it is part of the 15 card side deck, and that's Starving Venom Dragon. It requires 2 dark monsters to make him, so I can use this to form up the Starving Venom, and then you can swing at my opponent with it. Then one Dark Magic Expeditions. This is actually pretty good. I know a lot of people put it in there. You have multiple different effects, and I've done that. And then one Dark Magic Inheritance. Pretty much self-explanatory on this one. I know a lot of people like to run it. I'm okay with it. One Ultimate Providence. Providence is actually pretty good. It's a nice little counter trap card. When you spell, activate, discard the same type of card, and whether it's spell, trap, monster effect, whatever, and negate the effect. So I do actually like this card. And then one Time Space Trap Hole, just because that's actually pretty good, and it's also a nice little surprise to pull on your opponent.
Alright guys, it's Trey from Team OTK, bringing you my friend JJ's team captain of Team Kronos, Dark Magician deck profile, and I am out.